It's been an eventful two-day rally here at Southern Ohio Forest Rally. Lots of difficulties for the first three stages yesterday, and even so much more today. We had a lot of DNFs. We even had some trees blocking the stages. But we are here. The rally is over. These are your top 10 drivers. There was some strong competition throughout the entire weekend, but taking the overall top spot, and a big congratulations to Barry McKenna. He is your top overall winner here at the 2021 Southern Ohio Forest Rally with a total time of 1 hour, 17 minutes, and 34 seconds. Here's the rest of your top 10. Barry, it's so good to have you back after we missed you at Olympus. Walk us through how your weekend went.
Yeah, listen, it was good. Today now has been challenging for everybody. Last night it would have been great, just a bit of rain, but still it was still good. But today now was challenging. It was a bit annoying missing them couple of stages, but glad the organisers were fit to regroup and get service back. You know, it wasn't their fault, and you know, to work hard all year and then this happens to them today. You know, I feel sorry for them, but it was great. We got good stage miles in today, and they've done a good job of getting it back together. I'm very glad to have it finished though. It's been sticky inside in the car.
Well, we've been chatting with everybody. This is actually one of the very first rallies of the season that have spectators. How does that make you feel, especially yesterday with the super stage, everybody out in the park? We actually had a park expose. I mean, just the excitement was so filled around everybody.
Yeah, this rally's always good for spectators. Obviously last year we had none, but yeah, it was great to see everybody back out again. Hopefully we're getting back to normal. It was sad to see the spectators today. The seen us transit through two stages twice, you know, and there was lots of them, but we were fit to go back out and they were fit to see a bit of action, but it was great. Hopefully we're getting back to normal.
You and I had a chance to talk at one of the stage ends, and at the beginning it was dry. At the end, it was completely slippery and wet. What'd you have to do to change the pace notes?
Yeah, it was staring, trying to eyeball the road more, trying to see where all the grip was in it. Probably listened a little bit less to the notes and just tried to concentrate. I couldn't believe how wet it got. It was perfect for the first 8 mile, and then the last 3 mile was treacherous. But yeah, we just slowed down a bit and got to the end.
Well, now that the day's over, you got a little over a month going into New England. Any plans, any changes, anything that you kind of want to do to get ready for that and kind of put this long day behind you?
Yeah, I guess we're just going to have to do plenty of testing, try and get speed built back up. This was just a tricky rally. You know, New England, I love that, and I want to win that rally, so it's just one that I want to win, so I'll be pushing.
Travis, the day is finally over here. And I know we're laughing right now, but earlier we were not laughing at stuff. Talked to you at a stage and you're like, Tiffany, it rained. When did this happen? It was dry at the beginning, wet at the end. So walk us through this incredibly long day.
Yeah, I mean, there was so much that happened that stage. I completely forgot at the beginning of the stage we were missing car parts and looked off a cliff, and Booth is down huge. Ryan actually he was driving really well in that Skoda, so good to see. He's on pace. That puts 5 guys all just gunning for the win, man. And I tell you what, it's getting more and more packed. Definitely, we are very lucky to be on the podium. Extremely lucky to be second. I definitely needed some Yokohama truck tires. I don't know how we got out of the swamp that we went into, but Ree and I we went into today saying, look, we got to make up time. Let's go 10 tenths and see where it puts us. And not to say we don't take that lightly. We don't want to crash, but we're gonna drive exactly to the notes. And unfortunately, I wasn't as good as I thought I was when I made the notes. But we made a lot of improvements with the Subaru. We have a lot that we can improve, I think, just with new motor, new downforce, new issues that we had. Even one of the issues is the mud, so the air comes up, and when the mud used to not go in the windows, it comes straight up, so we can't see out the sides. Just the little silly things, so we'll get bigger mud flaps. We'll make some improvements. The Subaru's going to come out firing. Really a shame for Semenuk. He got a flat tire, was trying everything he could to chase down Barry, and that's what you're going to do. You're going to have some close calls, and then had electrical, mechanical. So awesome that he's still able to get on the podium in third. 3 wins in a second. It's a great way to start the season. I don't know how we ended up there after all the stuff today. It was wild.
Well, and earlier we had some stages that were canceled. We pushed back. You guys transited through. I mean, you were even out signing autographs for all the fans. How does someone, that is having such a long day, you knew it was going to be a long day, keep yourself mentally in the game, though?
No, that's easy. I get to drive the world's coolest car on some of the best roads in the country, and to have the fans back is so awesome. I mean, everyone's out on stage. I felt really bad. Like, it was pretty hot today, and when we cancel the stages, there's some guys that get out there. You drive. Those guys drive. A couple guys drove from Georgia, and families coming down from all over. Because it's the first rally that they get to see. There's a lot of kids, and they were out in the stages at 5 a.m. this morning, and then we transit through twice. Ken and I were trying to put on some shows and do some sliding, but when we didn't know what was going on, I think everyone just went out and signed and just talked to the fans, and really appreciate for them coming out.
And talking about putting on a show, obviously the jump yesterday for the super stage, that was crazy. It's all of a sudden it's raining, and then straight from there you have to go to tarmac, and most of you guys have the gravel tires on. So explain how you get that all together and then just hit that jump.
Well, I hit it like a sissy. I was so that's actually why I chose third on the road. I'm like, I don't have enough time to get a video, and I didn't have good enough cell reception to get the video. I know we needed our boost on there, and anyway, so that was a disappointment, because after seeing how slow Brandon hit it, I definitely wanted to Ryan Booth it, and I totally failed the fans there. Stalled it on the like, it couldn't have gone much worse the first 4 stages, but we pulled it together.
Well, there you guys go. Travis says he's sorry about not hitting it, and he was a sissy about it, which I highly doubt that.
We almost got like 6 inches of air. It was great.
Well, I asked Brandon earlier, in one word, how do you sum up this very long 2-day event here in Ohio?
There's no word that can describe the emotions I'm feeling right now.
Brandon, it's been a long day here. First, we had 12 stages on the docket to start the day off. Some things changed throughout. We had some rain come through. I chatted with you at the end of one stage. You're like, did it just rain? Because this is completely different. Walk us through your entire experience here.
Yeah, it's been a crazy rally. It's been a long one and a mixed bag of conditions, like you said. And obviously a bunch of stages got canceled, which is a bummer. But, I mean, it ended up being a longer day than expected. We were still out in the woods basically for all those stages. We just didn't run them, so we're like in the car, it's hot, the sun's bearing down on us, and then transiting around all the stages, and then now it's running like a couple hours late. Like, I think we're maybe an hour behind schedule, so more into the night than we expected. So yeah, we're toast.
And talking about that, how do you stay mentally in the game? Like you said, you were stuck on some stages, you were about to start, then you just transited through them, and then they canceled them. So how do you keep your spirits high?
Yeah, I mean, the hopes of getting on stage and be able to drive, because that's why we're all here, is just to have a good time and send it in the cars. So, I mean, we still got some good stage mileage today, and overall happy with the drive. Obviously we had a little issue with the connector, and that kind of cost us our second place. But other than that, really, really stoked on how it went for me.
Well, overall, a year ago, you said this was your first time jumping in a Subaru, and this was your first event. A year later, how are you feeling?
Night and day, honestly. Like, last year I was barely could drive around the stages, it felt like, and this was like confidence, pushing and setting good times. So yeah, no, it's really rewarding feeling, knowing that that's like my progression since last year. It's only been 8 or 9 events, so yeah, pretty excited about it.
Awesome. Well, I always like to ask everybody this in one word. How are you feeling?
I am absolutely destroyed. I'm so tired and been sweating for like 14 hours. So yeah, I'm done. Time for a shower.
John, you actually had one of my favorite quotes. You said it's pretty much like brown ice out there because it was super slick. I laughed so hard. Walk us through how your entire weekend went. Obviously, we raced into the night, which also changes a few things.
Yeah, it was good. I mean, the short stage, spectator stage yesterday was fun. The 2 after that were not fun. They were really slick. So that was very tricky. And then this morning, the first one this morning that we ran was very good. Lots of grip out there and quick stage. But then the second loop, that stage, which was 4, 5, 6, done the second time, halfway through, there'd been a storm through there that we knew nothing about, and all of a sudden you're going from full grip to just nothing at all. And that was pretty character building, shall we say. But overall, stages are absolutely fantastic. They're just a joy to drive. Now, if we could do something about the weather so that you don't end up with, I'm already at the laundry. The whole suit is wringing wet. But that's it. It was good fun.
Well, I know that we had talked earlier this morning and you moved up to a new machine for this weekend, debuting that. Overall, you said it was a little bit faster. It's getting there. Are you feeling a little bit more comfortable now that the day's over? You've got some more miles on it.
Yeah, I really like the car. I mean, the Mark II Fiesta Rally 2 is just a little bit better everywhere than the older R5. So still have to find out where the limits are, but I think already we're running quicker than we would have been in the old car, so that's good.
Well, it's nice to see you push the limits. Obviously, we've got some time before New England. I'm pretty excited to see you out there. Overall, how was the weekend for you, and how are you feeling about everything?
4th overall, first in RC2, you can't complain.